Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you. Hello there. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Genius. I'm your host, Alex Baer, the CEO and founder of Genius Juice. We bring on amazing entrepreneurs to this program. We bring on people that are in the space of investing, in the space of consulting. But also, this gentleman is really amazing where he's an investor in CPG brands. That's his tie into CPG. But he's also was an NBA player for 10 seasons. So we'll be introducing him in just a second. Before rolling into that, we are going to make a quick plug for Mark Nicholas. Mark N. at ManhattanBeachStudios.net. He's the guy doing all the slam dunks behind the scenes there. I'm going to do some basketball references in this episode. They're probably going to be very corny by the end of this. But yeah, he's awesome. He runs this entire show from the back. Make sure to reach out to him if you want photos, videos, you want your own podcast. We also have Rachel, who is not back there right now, but she is running things probably from some remote area with a computer. So that's what you can do these days. You can do anything from anywhere. All right, so without further ado, our guest, it's an honor to have this gentleman on our podcast, CJ Watson. He's an NBA veteran and investor. A little bit about him. Watson is the co-founder of the Quiet Storm Foundation, a Las Vegas-based nonprofit organization that provides opportunities for community partners to get involved through volunteer service, monetary, and in-kind donations. Genius Juice has committed to sponsor Quiet Storm's basketball camps, community initiatives, as well as health, wellness, and STEM-related education. Watson is also an investor in Genius Juice, recently invested in our last round, which is really exciting to have him on board as an ambassador. And he played for teams such as the Chicago Bulls and also the Golden State Warriors. CJ, how's it going, my man?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing really good. Thanks for joining us from Vegas. How is it, like super freaking hot out there or what? I know it's nighttime, but during the day, is it pretty hot right now?
Not yet. It's cooled down actually. This is probably the best time to come to Vegas. It's around like the 90s and 80s, so it's pretty cool. Not as hot.
Love that. It's funny the coolest period in Vegas is like the hottest period where I am. It's in like the 90s. Right. So, but yeah, can't wait to visit you, man. I know we're going to be going out there in mid-October to see your basketball camp, foundation, meet the kids, do some Q&A, bring a bunch of Genius Juice for you and your team and everyone. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be exciting, I think.
For sure. So let's get into it. So there's a lot. I actually don't really have a script for this. I was just going to like have a conversation and chat with you. So I wanted to start with really the part that I think is really inspiring is a Quiet Storm Foundation. So first off, where did the name Quiet Storm come from?
So when I was like 16, me and my brother usually go to visit my sister in Tennessee every summer. And this summer, I'm in high school, I'm a junior or whatever. And me and my brother just decided to get tattoos because that was like the cool thing during that time or whatever. And when we were going to get tattoos, I didn't have anything to put over the matching tattoo that me and my brother were going to get. So my sister said, why don't you get Quiet Storm because you're quiet, you're shy, you're reserved, but your game hits people like a storm when you play basketball because you're good and stuff. So it just kind of stuck with me. And, my parents wanted to start this foundation to help give back to kids once I started playing in the NBA. So I said, why not name it Quiet Storm Foundation? And we kind of just roll with it. And, 13 years later, we're still doing the same thing, still helping kids in the community here in Las Vegas.
Love that. How many kids have you helped so far? I'm sure it's been in like the thousands, having year after year after year and big groups of kids. So tell us more about the program itself, and then how many kids are you working with each year?
Like you said, you're probably sure we help over, thousands of kids, but we have 3 programs that we do each year: a basketball camp, which holds about 175 kids each summer. And it's all free for the kids. They don't have to pay anything. And we also have an out-of-school program, which is around 20 to 30 kids every second and fourth Saturday. And also we have a Black History essay contest, and we choose 7 winners from Las Vegas. And usually when I played in the NBA, we would fly them to whatever city I played in, give them a free limo ride, free airplane ticket, free hotel stay, and just honor them in half court. They would get to come in the locker room, meet the players and the coaches, and just honor them and just show them, what hard work does, and it pays off for everything that they've done, writing those essays and doing things of that nature. And we just did that because before me playing in the NBA game, I'd never been to one. Obviously, Las Vegas doesn't have an NBA team, and my parents couldn't afford to, to buy me a ticket or fly me to another city. So I just thought, why not give these kids, opportunity of a lifetime, and just have them come to an NBA game and honor them there.
Love that. Love it. It's such a great program, man. And it's so cool that you're really actively involved in kids, they're still kind of confused. What do they want to do? What direction they want to go in, right? Getting a better, healthier diet, more nutritious diet. And it's really cool that you're kind of guiding them on that path with a cool basketball camp. Not all of them are going to want to play basketball forever, but some are going to be inspired by that and they want to pursue their dreams. Just like you did, So it kind of gives them a great kind of leg up opportunity. Sure. And he said it's I heard free or something. Is it free for the kids?
Yeah,
it's totally free.
Free basketball camp. Yeah.
Wow.
Totally free. Yeah. So when I was growing up, my parents, shelled a lot of money, trying to get me to camps and trying to get me exposure to play at these different camps. And these camps, they weren't free. They did cost, $200 to $300. And I just thought, as an NBA player, we got to give back to these kids. We got to give them hope, give them joy, give them something to shoot for. And why charge them? We're just going out there teaching the game of basketball. Obviously, we're teaching life lessons also. But at the end of the day, we want to show them that we love and care about them and support them. And what better way to do that than making them come for free and just go out there and having fun.
Exactly. It's all built on love, man. That's really amazing. Just love the kids. You want to support them and make sure they have a brighter future. I'm pretty sure that my parents went broke trying to send me to basketball camp after basketball camp.
Yeah.
Because I may be somewhat tall. I'm 6'3"-ish, but I not a great player. It didn't work. My parents were like, let's try basketball. Let's try baseball. Let's try badminton. They're throwing everything at me. I'm just like, dude, I think I'm going to be somebody behind a desk or something. I'm not going to be out on the court. It's just not. I don't have the DNA. So anyway, I'm good at golf.
It's all good.
Golf's good.
Hey, that's even better sport. You last longer than basketball.
Totally, man. I can play till I'm 90 years old. I can even do a drive from a wheelchair. No problem. So.
Right. Gotta teach me some of your golf etiquette.
For sure, man. Well, when I'm out there, when our team is out there, man, I know there's some amazing courses in Vegas because there's so much room. Do you play golf at all?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Not as much as I should, but I'm trying to get out there a little more. I'm not good, but I'll get out there the first couple of holes and hit a couple of good balls, and after that, my game just goes downhill after that.
Pretty much the same way. I'm exactly the same way, man. I think 3 holes in, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Then I do one bad shot, and it just totally, it totally just downward spiral. And total sidebar thing I heard from Tiger Woods. I love all the YouTube videos online and all that. And so he said one thing where the best players have one bad shot, and then they recover and do a great shot. So when I heard that, I'm like, that's key right there. How do you not let it snowball?
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of rolls us in, no pun intended, rolls us, snowball, into just about your career, right? And, 10 seasons and just tell us about the mentality, right? I always like to ask these questions, the mentality of playing, how to keep your head in the game. I know it's too much for a 15-minute interview, but maybe give us a kind of a small story on what did you do? What was your ritual to get in the zone, get in the game, and really stay focused? Because it's tiring. It's a lot of time. You're in front of thousands of fans and millions at home. How did you get yourself in that zone to play?
I think just, being on the big stage is something that I always dreamed about and relished. I think just for me, it's just about being consistent, coming in every year, every summer, trying to get better at something, adding something to my game each summer because every year, there's someone out there trying to take your spot. There's always new draft picks, always players from overseas coming. And the league is always getting younger. So my thing was just being consistent, trying to stay healthy, and just not, like I said before, just working on something and adding something to my game each summer, whether it be dribbling, passing, defense, getting stronger, developing a three ball, just all those little things, and just trying to add on each summer and each week, each month, and just being consistent each and every game. And if I do have one bad game, not letting that affect me, just knowing that I have another game within the next few days, or maybe even the next night to rebound and recover from that. Just being resilient.
Exactly. So another kind of loaded question, because I asked these really, I think, questions I've always wondered about, like from, when watching NBA players, on the big stage. Are you nervous at all? Like, do you ever get nervous? Like when because it's a court, you're playing with other people.
Yeah.
They're just, it's like a pickup game, but everyone's professionals. Are you thinking about the fans a lot? Like, how does that play into the mental game of when you're in the middle of a game?
Honestly, I really don't think about the fans a lot. I think I relish more that the fans are even there. Especially when I love playing on the road better than at home.
Right.
Just always trying to quiet the crowd down who's screaming at you, who's yelling at you, telling you suck. You threw the ball out of bounds one time. They're telling you good job, all that kind of stuff. Do it again. So that kind of stuff gets me up. And I'm definitely nervous when you go out there playing in front of a lot of people. But I think once the ball goes up and you run up and down the court a couple times and develop a sweat, all that nervousness kind of just goes out the window.
Love that. You just kind of shake it off. So it's like it's like the opposite of golf, right? The first few holes, not really good. Then it just goes down. In basketball, first minute or two, a little bit tough, but then you kind of break through, and that's awesome, man. I love it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated with that. Yeah. So have you ever are there any other sports that growing up you loved to play?
So my favorite sport was football. The only reason I didn't play football was because it was way too hot here in Vegas. If I was maybe like a colder city or whatever, I probably would have played. But my favorite sport is football.
Love it. What's your favorite team? Like, let's say of all time. Let's go there.
Football.
Yep.
Vegas never really had a team, so I would just say the Raiders, wherever the Raiders were playing. And obviously now Vegas has the Raiders, so I'm a Raiders fan. Anything Vegas, I support and love. So
love it. Yeah, they came back. Or they actually no, they're a brand new franchise in Vegas, right? The Raiders, I believe.
In Vegas, yeah.
Very cool. First year? Is their first year there or second? I can't remember.
Yes, this is their second year. They're 2-0 right now.
Right on.
Yep.
Off to a great
we're headed
start.
to the Super Bowl.
Love it, man. Let's do it. I'll be there. Let's get a box. The Super Bowl. Let's watch.
Right. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Love it, man. All right, dude. Well, really great chatting with you again. Super honored to have you on our program, and of course, thank you so much for believing in Genius Juice investing, and we're more beyond proud to be supporting Quiet Storm Foundation and all the different initiatives. And again, look forward to seeing you in a few weeks. So let's go to our next segment. This is called Rapid Fire Questions. Rapid Fire Questions. All right. So bunch of questions, just whatever comes to your mind first. Cool. Ready to go?
All right.
Cool.
I'm ready.
All right. No pressure. All right. So
this is I'm nervous about.
This goes to show you an NBA player is nervous about these questions. It must be really, hard questions. All right. Let's do this. All right. So it won't be too bad. Don't worry. So, all right. So for music, which decade is best? The 70s, 80s, or 90s?
I would say 90s because I didn't grow up in the 70s or 80s, really.
Every single person has answered 90s. Yeah, I'm the same way too. I love the 90s. I'm a kid from the 90s. What do you do for exercise?
Peloton bike and chase my kids around.
There you go. I think the second one's probably the bigger exercise. More calories get burned.
Yeah.
Movie you can watch an unlimited amount of times.
I would say He Got Game.
Yeah, no, I remember that one. So who was the star in that?
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it like part documentary, or was it literally just a movie?
It was a movie, but some of that stuff happens. I mean, most of it happens actually, but I'm sure it was maybe based off someone's life or whatever.
Right, like a docudrama. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So chocolate or vanilla for like dessert?
Vanilla. I hate chocolate.
Me too. I'm a vanilla guy, man. I got my vanilla protein smoothie right here. I'll bring plenty.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so I'll bring the vanilla protein smoothies and not the chocolate ones when I visit you.
No, my daughter loves chocolate actually.
Okay, so I'll bring both. Sounds good. All right. So favorite country to travel to?
Favorite country to travel to? I would say Italy. I've been there a couple times. I loved it. I love the food and the people.
Totally. Great culture. Favorite Star Wars character?
So I don't really watch Star Wars.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know any characters from Star Wars.
Okay, so we'll skip over that one. All right. What is your spirit animal?
My spirit animal. I would say a lamb.
A lamb. Okay. May I ask why?
I don't know. I just thought of Mary had a little lamb, so that was the first thing that came to mind.
There you go. That works, man. Well, lambs are they're quiet, yet they can run. Really, they're powerful.
Yeah.
So they're powerful.
Right.
So, do you like to drive an SUV? I think we already talked about this like offline, but I'm going to pretend like I don't know. Do you like to drive an SUV, a coupe, or a truck?
I would say SUV.
Right on. We were talking before, so I got a Model Y Tesla, and then CJ and his wife, they have Teslas. So we're talking all the Tesla language, right? Tesla owners have the
Tesla family, yeah.
Tesla family, all the charging,
Yeah.
all the cool features. Yep. So,
Yep.
all right, next one. For food, salty or sweet?
I would say sweet.
Favorite day of the week and why?
I would say Sunday because that lets me know that I made it to see another week.
I love the answer. It's cracking me up. All right, so this one's an interesting one. This is one of our our classic questions. It's been around for about a year. I'm gonna ask it anyway. So, 3 NBA stars, right? Which one do you think had the most talent? Was just the best, like the GOAT? LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or Kobe? If you had to pick one.
It's tough because I love them all. I would say Jordan.
Jordan, yep. I would have to agree with you. They're all amazing.
Yeah.
I grew up in LA, and I saw Kobe play against Team China in like '96 in Long Beach. Like it was like it was like an exhibition charity game or something, and he was dunking over these guys. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was before he was
that was crazy.
It was like right when he got traded from the Hornets to the Lakers, even like preseason, right? Even before he played for the Hornets. So.
Oh wow! That's definitely a throwback.
Big throwback, man. And I didn't even know he was back then. I'm like, who's that? All right, yeah. So Terminator 1 or Terminator 2? I don't know if you've seen the Terminator franchise, but
I know I've seen one Terminator. I think it might have been the first one, so I'll have to go with that one.
Got it. And last one, favorite food or drink if you're stuck on a deserted island and you cannot say Genius Juice?
Stuck on a deserted island. I would say pineapple juice and lasagna.
Pineapple, it's a good combination. It's like salty and sweet right there, man. Love it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, that is Rapid Fire Questions with CJ Watson, NBA veteran and also investor in other CPG brands. So, CJ, if someone wants to go to your foundation website, what is that website? And we'll post in the comments, but what is the website?
You can go to quietstormfoundation.org, quietstormfoundation.org.
Cool. And there's is there a donation option on the website?
Yep. Everything's on the website. It's pretty easy to get to, pretty simple. Just click the tab and take you right to donations.
Cool. Yeah, make sure to visit that site, support the foundation. They're doing amazing things with kids and really making a difference in the community in Vegas. So awesome stuff, man. So CJ, thanks again for joining us on episode 107. And yeah, have a wonderful night, all right?
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You got it, my friend. All right, take care. All right, so that is episode 107 in the books. Really cool. We're bringing on some amazing guests, right, Mark? These are amazing guests. Like we have an NBA veteran and also someone who invests in CPG brands, has their own foundation, Patrick Schwarzenegger, and a lot of others, and great founders as well for all these great growing brands. So I got to say, this podcast is getting more awesome by the taping. Really grateful to have this and grateful to have people watching it on LinkedIn and YouTube. And on that note, make sure you can also check it out on Apple Podcast and Spotify. We're behind on some episodes on those platforms, but make sure to check it out. If you're driving, I don't want you to watch me, but you can listen if you want. So safety first, safety first. All right, so big plug to Mark Nicholas, Mark N. I'm at HighMeetStudios.net for all your editing desires. Make sure to reach out to him for all things audio and video. I think that's probably the best way to put it. So again, 107 in the books. And one last thing, stay quiet in the storm and genius, my friend. Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.